Alright, Shalom. I want to start off this video by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua Bahashim Rakakudash. I want to give double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and grace and peace to you elect around the four winds, believing and pushing this truth in all sincerity. May the blessing of election be upon your houses. This is your fellow servant, Rokoya from the GMS Orlando camp, coming at you with another impromptu lesson. Tonight's lesson is going to be entitled, This Truth is a Treasure. This truth is a treasure. Stay humble and fear the Lord. All right, stay humble and fear the Lord. And, this is just a lesson I was thinking about doing on my way back home tonight, coming from the gym. Got a little late night workout in. And as I was on my way home, I was listening to videos, and I was watching the Elder Menatazat, the Elder Bishop Menatazat from New York. And seeing a video from 6 years ago on the Orlando camp page. And it was me and the brothers 6 years ago, on the highways and byways. Back when brothers had to upload parts, to the video, part 2, part 3, part 6, about 6 years ago. And, it just had me reflecting, on this topic. This truth truly is a treasure, to be in the position that we're in right now, to have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And not only that, but to have the faith of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua to carry us through these times is truly a treasure. To understand the will of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, to understand prophecy, to have a firm comprehension of the Bible, and to also, be amongst such a great body, that the Lord is raising up here in these latter days is truly a blessing. With that being said, we have to remain humble, remain, and maintain that fear of the Lord as well. Speaking to myself first and foremost, of course, and also to you elect Akim and Akwaf out there. Always keep in mind that this truth is a treasure, it's a gift, all right, from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And in order to maintain it, we have to maintain humility and fear of the Lord. Just got a couple of precepts here I wanted to bring out as I was thinking about the topic. Lord willing, to edify unto you elect. I want to start off here in 1 Corinthians chapter 4. And it's like 2 Corinthians chapter 4. And I'm going to start at verse 6. It says, For the Heavenly Father, who commanded the light to shine out of darkness, have shined in our hearts. All right, and oftentimes when the scriptures are speaking about your heart, it's going into your mind. All right, the heart is just a vessel or an organ that pumps blood throughout your body. All right, when the scriptures speak about your heart, oftentimes it's speaking about your mind. All right, and it says, For the Heavenly Father who commanded the light to shine out of darkness, have shined in our hearts, our minds, to give the light of the knowledge of the glory of the Heavenly Father in the face of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. All right, and the Lord has shined this glorious gospel upon us, and enlightened us, with this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and cause our minds to come out of that darkest state. And not only our minds, but our character in general, ourselves as men and women of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. All right, we were uplifted by this word. We were enlightened by this word, illuminated, as the scriptures speak about in Baruch, the 4th chapter. I believe that's Baruch, the 4th chapter. But it says, But we have this treasure in earthen vessels, that the excellency of the power may be of the Heavenly Father and not of us. All right, the scripture it says again, but we have this treasure in earthen vessels, that the excellency of the power may be of the Heavenly Father and not of us. All right, and a part of that treasure that we have, you know, is faith. All right, we have the faith of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. We have the understanding of prophecy. We have the ministry. We have the body. All right, we have sound teachers, sound doctrine. All right, sound leaders, examples. All right, we also have the fear of the Lord as well. All right, that is also a treasure to us that hopefully elect. Let's get that in Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. It says, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure." All right, and the fear of the Lord is a part of our treasure. All right, because the fear of the Lord keeps us alive. You know, it's an analogy I use, often when I'm speaking about the fear of the Lord, because it just makes sense to me. Fear is a great motivator. You know, it can either motivate you to do the right things, or it can motivate you to do the wrong things. All right, and 10 times out of 10, the fear of the Lord motivates us to stay on the righteous path. You know, to stay on the path to please the Heavenly Father through his only begotten Son. You know, and fear also keeps us alive. All right, the fear of the Lord keeps us alive. All right, because it keeps us on that straight and narrow. It keeps us from veering off. It keeps us from, doing too much and doing too less. It keeps us right there in that sweet spot. All right, right there in that sweet spot where the Lord is able to deal with us and sup with us, use us, as his vessels. Likewise, I use the analogy of fear keeping us alive. When you go into the animal kingdom, that fear keeps you alive. When you walking around the jungle, you walking around the woods and you see a bear or you see, one of these beasts, fear tells you stay away from that for a good reason. Because that's not an opponent that you're able to defeat, without the Spirit of the Lord, man. So fear tells you to stay away from that. And that fear keeps you alive in a sense. It keeps you on the safe path. And that's what the fear of the Lord does to us as well. The fear of the Lord keeps us on the safe path. It keeps us preaching. It keeps us teaching. It keeps us studying, reading, fasting, fellowship. It keeps us doing the work, feeding the sheep, and so on and so forth, which are all things that the Lord is looking for, in his elect here in these latter days. It's something that the Lord is looking for all of his people to do, those who believe, in sincerity and in truth. But this is Isaiah 33:6 again. It says, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure." I want to get this again in 2 Corinthians, because as I was thinking about it, as I seen the video, at that point that I was watching the video from 6 years ago, that was when, I was, 2 months. I had, learned about the truth for 2 months, and I found these brothers, these warriors out here in Orlando, 2 months after I learned the truth. And, the Lord has allowed me to, continue to fight the good fight of faith. Lord willing, we all, continue to fight and finish our course. But it just had me thinking, man, how much of a treasure this truth is, because it's kept us from a lot. It's kept us from a lot, and it's allowed us to gain, that much the more. It's kept us from the affairs of this life. It's kept us from, the rat race that this world presents. It keeps us from, ourselves. This truth keeps us from ourselves and our self-destructive nature, because naturally in the flesh is self-destructive. and this word, this truth, has kept us from self-destructing, which is another reason why it's a treasure. Excuse this commercial, man. It's kept us from ourselves, and it's allowed us to gain a better vantage point, regarding the world affairs, regarding the mindset of the Lord, regarding the world itself. It's allowed us to gain a great vantage point. We can see everything that's going on, before it's going on, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, through prophecy. The Lord has given us the understanding of his mind, his will, and prophecy. And through prophecy, we're able to, decipher the times that we're in. We're able to decipher, what's going on in the world. We're able to put the pieces together, where the world is asking questions, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, we're presenting answers. And while the world is unstable, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that the Lord has given us as a gift, is keeping us stable. I'll refer back to that, whole incident back in 2020, with that number 19 ordeal. Our brothers were losing jobs and losing so-called opportunities. Through the spirit, brothers were still stable. Brothers were sustained. The Lord sustained brothers. The Lord gave brothers, other gigs to do, to sustain themselves. And on top of that, brothers didn't bug the hell out like the rest of this world. Brothers were ready, ready for thy battle, like it says in 2nd Esdras, the 16th chapter. Brothers were ready to thy battle. Brothers thought that was it. We coming into that time to where the false alarms, the teasing is going to come to a stop, and the Lord is going to perform the words that were written aforetime. When that time comes, brothers are going to be prepared. I have full confidence in that. That brothers are going to be prepared for the time that is at hand. The Lord is truly dealing with his body in a special way. And it's evident now much more that it's evident. It's much more evident nowadays. Like, that was a tongue twister. God damn. It's evident that much the more now. Because the light is being separated from the darkness with an adamant. And the Lord is starting to make a clear difference in doctrine, and those who truly carry the truth, through these different heresies that are among us, pursuant to 1 Corinthians, the 11th chapter, the 19th verse. Those heresies are making those who are approved manifest among us. And through that, the gospel is shining, the true gospel is shining. And those who adhere to that gospel, are blossoming as well as a result. So I have full confidence, Lord willing, I'm of the elect. You all are, and you all are of the elect as well. And even if I'm not, I have full confidence that the Lord is going to carry through his elect to the end. That's just where I'm at with it. But we fighting to be the elect. Make no mistake. But we have full confidence, man, that the Lord is gonna get the victory. This go around. The elect are gonna get the victory this go around. And the flesh is not gonna be able to take the victory. The wicked are not gonna be able to get the victory here in these latter days, man. Yahushai. To Yahushai belongs the victory. And to his elect belong the victory as well, man. But read this one more time and then I'll close it out. Lord willing, this is, edifying. Once again, this is 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 6. Excuse me. For the Heavenly Father who commanded the light to shine out of darkness have shined in our hearts to give the light of the knowledge of the glory of the Heavenly Father in the face of Yahweh Mashiach. But we have this treasure in earthen vessels, that the excellency of the power may be of the Heavenly Father and not of us. We are troubled on every side, yet not distressed. We are perplexed, but not in despair. All right, we have this treasure in earthen vessels, man. That the excellency of the power may be of the Heavenly Father, not of us. Because at the end of the day, everything that we receive and are able to do through the Spirit comes from the Heavenly Father through His only begotten Son. It's a gift, like I stated at the beginning of this video. And that's why it's important to maintain the fear of the Lord. Matter of fact, let me get this other one. Excuse me. In Sirach or Ecclesiastes. Right, this is Sirach or Ecclesiastes 19 and verse 8. It says 18. It says, the fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of Him, and wisdom obtaineth His love. All right, and the fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of Him. Fearing the Lord is how we are accepted. It's how we're maintained through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. It's how we maintain our humility. It's how we maintain, the gift that was given us. It's through the fear of the Lord. The fear of the Lord keeps us humble. It keeps us walking on the straight and narrow. It keeps us in that safe place, regarding, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. But with that being said, that's all I have for tonight. Lord, when it's edifying unto you elect, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rokakodash, and double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Grace and peace to you elect around the four winds, believing and pushing this truth in all sincerity. May the blessing of election be upon your houses. Shalom. Stay up.